Rich Rising, my loves! Happy Tuesday. Let me make sure my mic is on. Happy Taco Tuesday, you guys! So I'm here to get you guys a message from my empathic guidance deck. Ooh, y'all see what just fell out? Let's get to it! If this is your first time here, I am Regal Essence. I am Queen TV. I am Queen TV After Dark. I am Life is a Love Goddess. I am Life is a Laid Back Mom. I'm your crystal healer and Dilla. I'm your past life princess, and I'm somebody's ABA therapist and pre-K teacher. Hey, Wolf! Hey! Welcome to my TED Talk! Y'all, listen. I want y'all to start. Oh, I got a cold, y'all. I'm kicking this cold's ass, though. You better believe it. So, speaking of TED Talk, I want you guys. Oh, these are some beautiful cards that fell out. I want you guys to get into mind certain spaces. I'm thinking about when Nikki went to the UN or something like that. And when she got there, she was like, she basically, long story short, she kind of fumbled over her words, right? So when y'all make it into those spaces that you've been dreaming of going to, I want y'all to make sure that y'all keep your crown on. And I want you to don't lessen yourself, don't dumb yourself down just because you're in somewhere that you've always dreamed of being, or somewhere big and expensive and impressive, because you are big and expensive. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get into these cards. So we have intimacy, which I love. And intimacy is about connection, discover your voice. Wait, let's see. Connection, discover, and voice. Oh, discover and voice your needs, explore and heal. So that's intimacy, and that is the first card that came out. And then we also have choice, the direction, how you respond, and your consequences. So I want you guys to always remember you have a choice in how it is that you respond to the people in your lives, how you respond to situations in your life. And the more you ascend, the more you realize that everything doesn't require a response, okay? Ooh, letting go. Let's get into letting go. All right. Letting go. Timing, forgiveness. Forgive self, others, and process your emotions. So we are being encouraged to let go, right? Process our emotions. A lot about our emotions is coming up today in inner child healing. Play, laugh, be silly, and heal your inner child wounds. All right. So let me see. And I think I need a little more. Right, that's better. Cause I'm like, hold on, I can't see my cards. Okay. All right, so let's get into. I think I want to get into choice. Okay, So let me show you guys again while my lighting is a little bit better. So we got choice on the board, and we got letting go, timing, forgiving self, others, and processing your emotions. So I do want to encourage you guys to. She looks so beautiful. She's in the sand. She's in the water washing over her. Listen. Downloads from the divine are coming right down into her crown chakra, and look at her heart. Her freaking heart is healed. Look at the melodies that are coming from her. Listen, look at the melodies coming from her heart. So yes, you guys, so we want to make sure that we're doing that. And lots of beach scenes, because even with this one, even with intimacy, connect, discover, and voice your needs, explore, and heal, look at it. So listen, another revelation I just got off of this. Before we can become intimate with other people, we have to become intimate with ourselves. We have to figure out what it is that we need. What am I feeling? I'm always asking myself, what am I feeling? How am I feeling? Like, am I good? Like, am I okay? What do I, and if I'm not, what do I need in order so I can be feeling good? Because my goal is to go throughout my day feeling good, regardless to what is going on. So I'm always choosing what I'm going to focus on. I'm always choosing how I'm going to show up for me in the best ways first, right? Like yesterday, I didn't feel good. I've been working with kids for so many years. I normally never get sick to the point. I've never gotten sick to the point that I have to take off work or anything like that. I normally just need like a day to just sweat that shit out. I'm pretty healthy. I'm always doing things to be, pretty nurturing to my body. So I don't get sick very often. But yesterday I was not feeling good. I wasn't feeling 100%. I'll put it like that. So guess what? I didn't work a whole day. I worked the first part of my day, but I cut that off short. And then I had an evening client. I went and saw my babies. That was chilling. You know what I mean? But I cut that time off. I had to take that time. And although I love what I do and I love being there for my kids, I also have to choose to be there for me first. And I was like, I'm going home to get in the bed. And that's what I did. And I got up and I went and I saw my other babies. And then guess what? I came home and I got in the bed. All right? And then I got up today and I was better and all of that good stuff. So let's get into choice. So we want to be choosing us first. I've been seeing in the comment section, some of us are still battling with becoming less of a people pleaser. So that is definitely a choice. Now this young lady, she is I just looked at it, air. She's an air element. I want to make sure. She is an air element. And look at her. She got the moons. She got the phases of the moon over top of her head. She got her angel wings on. I ain't gonna lie, she look a little like me. Y'all, I'll be picking up synchronicities everywhere. All right, so let's get into it because I gotta go to work, y'all. Choices. What we choose. The choices we make largely determines the type of life that we live and the overall direction that we go. What we choose has consequences, and we must live with those outcomes. So, we need to find a balance between these two truths. The choices we make both matter a great deal and not at all. That's deep. Let's get into it. What they mean? They matter in that they set us up on certain paths, and they also don't matter in that we can't possibly know all of the outcomes or what the future will hold. Very true. So, fretting over every little decision doesn't help us. Clock it. I agree. All right. The key to making choices is to make them from a centered place, okay? However, this feels for you. Are you someone who chooses based on your emotions, logic, or intuitive signs? Drop it in the comments. So, do you make decisions based off of emotion, logic, or intuitive signs? I do, but listen, y'all. I make my decisions based off of all of those things. I pay attention to the signs. I pay attention to my emotions, like what things, like if the thought of doing it gives me ease or relief or excitement. I do pay attention to those things, or if it gives me a feeling of dread, doom, maybe I shouldn't do it. So I do tap into that, and then I also tap into my logic, like what makes the most logical sense. So yeah, y'all, we gotta be able to bring all of those things together whenever we are making choices. So let's see, what else? Usual method is failing you. It might be time to meditate and find a place of stillness or ask for outside help to find clarity. In the end, it must feel right for you. I agree, if you don't fully trust your emotions, you might try weighing the pros and cons. Once you've made your choice, your intuition may confirm it is the right or wrong one. I like that. If your thoughts are a mess, trying to lean into your emotions and see what your heart wants. If the mind and the heart are unsure, what does your intuition say? There is a sense of knowing about what way to go, what you should intuitively do. So I want to implore you guys, trust your gut, okay? You may also consult family or friends. If these are also unclear, then it's okay to close your eyes, randomly make a choice, and see how it unfolds. So listen, y'all gotta drop me a comment below. Let me know if y'all going to be using this week. Let me see if there's anything else I want to tell you. Overthinking is definitely a block to our choices. So we want to make sure that we are healing that overthinking. She's an air element, and I do believe they say that air elements are prone to overthinking, but I am an air sign, and I don't really much now at this point in my life. Maybe I used to, but I don't overthink shit, because I got too many things to do. I can't let my mind be weighed down by one thing in particular for too long. I just can't do it. So this card is cautioning you against getting lost in your head and overthinking signs from the universe. That too. Meditate and find a center, grounded space to make a decision. Overthinking does not help. So let's remember that, y'all. Overthinking don't help. Remember that there aren't any wrong choices. And that's true. Because everything we go through in life, you're going to learn from every situation, every decision that you make. So there's no need in getting upset over a decision that you made, because, you know, ultimately I feel like you had to do those things to learn what it is that you needed to learn. You know what I mean? So, y'all, there's no wrong choices in life. Like, I know that's hard to accept, but it's just true. The choices we make lead us on paths that teach us about life and ourselves. Okay, confirmation. You are allowed to make mistakes. You never know where they might lead you. So I don't have any, like, and y'all, I done did some dumb stuff. I done did some dumb people, right? But I don't have any regrets for the decisions that I made, because I knew I had to, like, if it wasn't them, it would have been somebody else like them. Like, everything we do in life leads us to where it is that we are now, right? And as long as we keep moving forward, as long as we keep making the choices, making the decision to move forward, then you can't fuck this thing up, y'all. I'm telling y'all. So lastly, this card addresses the concept of choosing how you feel. While there are things we do encourage certain emotional states, we can't outright choose what we feel at any given time. When we are upset or triggered, we cannot just choose from that. We cannot just choose for that emotion to vanish. We can set it aside, repress it, or feel through it until it shifts into something else. But that emotion is there for a reason. Work with your emotions and encourage them to be felt or to calm down and be dealt with at another time. Your emotions are valid. Don't shame yourself for not being able to simply choose to be happy. Sometimes you can't just simply choose to be happy, okay? We could talk a little bit more about that later. Instead, focus on the choice that you do have, which is the choice of how to respond, okay? Sometimes your emotions and thoughts are too overwhelming to give you the space for this choice. But eventually, there is always a space, maybe after the storm has calmed down a little bit, for choosing how you will respond to what is coming into your reality. All right, last but not least, inviting in alternative perspectives and self-acceptance and holding a safe space for yourself instead of shame, self-loathing, or spiraling into a trigger is a choice laid before you, okay? When the space opens, invite in an alternative. Get into it. Because listen, I am very healed, but there are still certain things that trigger me. When kids do fucked up things or say fucked up things to kids, like, I realize I've healed a lot, so I don't have a lot of walking triggers. I don't have relationship triggers, because if I'm in a relationship with a person and they trigger me, then I'm probably about to end that relationship, right? So I'm not dealing with a lot of triggers. But I do realize that when I have to witness certain things happening to children, or, I can get triggered. I can get triggered for sure. And I know that I'm triggered because I be wanting to go home and just, like, I want to cry and I can't stop crying, right? So that is the difference between being triggered, and then I have to work through those feelings. But now that I know certain things are a trigger, I definitely get through them a lot quicker. All right? So the potential blocks in your making choices is overthinking. If you are spiraling in what choice to make, it's time to get grounded, connect with yourself, and give yourself permission to make the choice, okay? Or you might be trying to force yourself into an emotional state that isn't true for you. There are times we need to pull it together and put on a composed face, but not all the time, okay? Be true to your emotions and consciously choose how you respond to them, all right? So, our exercise. Play with different ways of making decisions to better get to know yourself and how you operate. That's cute. When you make a choice, try making the same choice in 3 different ways to see which one resonates. I like this. First, meditate and tap into your intuition to see which direction you feel pulled. Okay? Then get into your body and feel emotionally which choice you want to go with. Okay? And lastly, rationally write out, I love this exercise, rationally write out the pros and the cons and choose which one is the logical one. This process of learning about yourself is what it takes to hone in on your decision making. So take your time, have fun with it when making choices. If you really struggle, spend some time learning to ground and come out of your head. Okay, so that's all I got for you guys. Make sure you drop some comments below. We got a little deep today. Make sure you drop some comments below. Save this video for when you need a little pick-me-up. Share this video with your friends. And remember, I love you. Peace.